Hello everybody, Astocky here and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play of the Technicality pack. If you're looking at the mini-map, you might notice that something's a bit different. That's actually the reason why I'm facing in this direction. I also wanted to show you that I have heaps of mana. Let's start with what is different. Obviously, this is all substantially different. I've moved my tree farm over here. Let's find out why it's not doing anything. Because... oh no, it is. It's just running out of power. That's okay. Cooking loads of charcoal. It's like uber amounts of charcoal. Some birch tree as well. Someone apparently got a bit too close. Much better. The quarry over here has finished digging its hole. So I'll quickly run you over and show you where I've put the new quarry. I've decided the above ground renovations aren't doing it for me anymore, so now I have stuck it there. So it's now an underground quarry. Obviously there was heaps more cobble than that, but I've kind of mined it all out. That's very, very dark looking, so I'm starting to wonder if that's just like a lighting glitch. I don't know how... I wish there was a way you could tell how deep it was. But I haven't got to redstone or anything like that yet. So I guess the main thing that I was looking to do off camera, which is... oh goodness, come on. I need to build a little bit of a path around here now. The main thing that I was looking to do off camera was build myself a bit of a base. So here we have our base. I've messed the farm up because I'm going to build a progressive automation farm, at least until I get to the point where I can make an Ender IO one. But yeah, here is my base. So all of these blocks here are cobblestone made with the chisel mod. So I'm pretty happy with the way they look. These are glass panes that have used chisel to make them nice and clear. Come inside, we've got cobblestone bricks, and then we have smooth stone bricks. And then we have limestone bricks. So these limestone bricks are... basically the mariculture limestone. Actually, let's just show you the recipe for them. You then cook it, which is basically just... so the uses of the regular limestone, I believe, yeah, you just stick 4 of them together and you get these bricks. And then we have some more cobblestone. I've just gone for like different patterns on the floor just to try things out. Now over here I went from some patterns on the wall, and I'm going to replace all of these light coloured squares except for those two, because those two actually show through. But yeah, I'm going to replace them all with like barrels. So you can see I've got all my other barrels from before. I added gold and just barrels for other stuff that I had a lot of. I had a lot of charcoal, but I'll show what I've been doing with it in a second. You can see here I'm cooking up loads more. And I've also now added barrels, because that one I added a barrel upgrade and then added an extra storage upgrade so it can hold 128 stacks. Still filling up pretty fast, so I've now added barrels for single and double compressed cobblestone and single compressed dirt, just so they don't fill up too fast. I really like the look though of this alternating creeper, like dinted cobblestone and then creeper face cobblestone. I think that looks really cool. These themselves, I wouldn't want to have a large area of floor in them. These ones maybe, definitely not these ones, but I think the pattern looks cool. And I've done the same thing with the roof as well. That's oak wood parquets, and then birchwood parquets, and then spruce wood parquets. So it's basically, again, just the chisel, and you get whatever block it is you want, right click on the chisel, stick it in, it gives you all the different looks you can have, and heaps of different options you can pick. These bricks look pretty cool, and they're just cobblestone, so you don't have to bother smelting anything, cooking anything. Really easy. I went for the whole, and then the same texture goes up the stairs, and that continues with the theme of the staircase. And this is going to be the machine floor. Currently I have the Stirling generator that is working its butt off to provide power for the sag mill. And now it's set up using the input-output options you have of pulling from the top chest, and if we turn it a little bit, pushing, and you just press right click to change, and it's now pushing to this chest on the left here. You can see I've thrown a whole lot of flint in to increase my outputs, and it is taking, whoops, that's what happens when I mess things up. So the top one is pull, and that one is push. So you can see I've ground up an awful lot of my ores in here. Not for any really good reason other than I wanted to get them all ground up off camera as much as I could. I've put some trapdoors here just to stop things coming in, because this is going to be where the next floor is going to go up near my nether portal. I did really briefly go back to the nether, and the same zombie pigman as before attacked me and killed me. But I actually got through the portal, and he followed me through the portal and killed me on this side of the world, so that pretty much sucks. So the very first thing I'm going to do now is obviously good to have this, but not as efficient as it should be. So I'm going to go for some efficiency upgrades, and to get those I need, so I had appmod.ender.io up. To get those up, I need to have double layer capacitors, and they require electrical steel as well as coal powder. So how do you get electrical steel? Well, you need an alloy smelter. You also need silicon, and you get silicon from putting blocks of clay in the sag mill, and you also need the coal powder, which you get from putting coal in, and then just an iron ingot. But obviously first of all I need to make that machine. So here I have prepared all the ingredients you need, and you've seen me make each of these individually before. So nothing earth-shattering going to be part of this recipe, but bam, alloy smelter. This will also let me make the things that I need in order to make the conductive wire. So for now we'll throw that there, and now some of the power this produces will go here, and some of the power will go here. So what I want to do now is take those out and take that out, so this stops for a little while, and that will hopefully allow power to build up a little bit better, because it won't be using it. So power building up, power building up. Just gonna throw these in there for now. I'm going to do the same thing with this one as well. So double chest just there, single chest on top. And we'll configure the IO again to pull from the top and to push on that side. So pull, push. Now what do we want to cook? Well, there's a heap of different things we can cook, and as with all the Ender.io things, they have recipes of what you can make with it. But the first thing we needed, as you saw, was electrical steel. So I was considerate enough to make up a stack of silicon to start with. I have some coal here, so I'm going to pulverize that coal now. I think you only get one per coal, but this thing here could actually increase the output to be more. Although I honestly don't know what the standard output is. It's going to be easy to go over here and go, the recipe for this, yeah, so if you take coal, you get 1 by default and a 25% chance of a second. And the flint increases the output chance of each of them. So I got 8 out of my 5. That's not too bad. So we'll throw that in the center, that on that side, and I can now make 8 electrical steel. Monsters nearby, hey? I can hear the skeleton. Hey. Thought for sure I hit it the right number of times. You might go, why is that open? It's just so I can just stand here and go whack, whack, whack and hit their feet. Because I haven't actually lit up the mountain yet. And that's the reason why I have it in that kind of V shape like that, in case you were even the slightest bit curious. Now, I'm definitely not seeing a skeleton there. Oh, that's why. Because he's gone now. He decided he had somewhere better to be. Oh, come on, let me hit you. Really? Awesome, got him. That should mean he should drop some bones for me. Did he? Yep. Bones and arrows. They typically can't get from here over to there because they can't do the running double tap jump thing that I can. Okay, so how are we looking? Excellent. Electrical steel en route. So to make this, I need 2 of them. Oh, I need some more pulverized coal. So probably using up all of my pulverized coal is not the world's best idea. But pulverized coal is not a big deal. Not even the correct machine. But for each one, I do need 2 regular capacitors as well. That's going to be gold nuggets, redstone, and copper. So I want to make, let's go with 3. So I need 6 of those, 12 of those, bunch of gold. I'm just going to turn them all. I can always turn them back if I've done too many, and I have. See, you can always turn them back if you get too many. Over to Precious, we only had 2 nuggets left. So I've got my 6 capacitors. Oh, coal powder. So coal powder goes in the middle. 6 of those. 6 of those. Now, recipe. So I've got those. Oh, I made 3. Okay, so this is excellent now. Once I place this in here, you will see the burn rate has now gone to 1.5 times. So it burns slower than it was doing before, and while it's burning, it makes twice as much power. Plus the storage here has now gone from 100,000 RF to 200. Now if I do the same thing here, this goes from 100,000 to 200,000. The max RF goes up substantially and the speed goes up really fast. This one will now do the same thing. So they've all got much, much better. This can now run both of these machines at the same time. So that's a huge bonus. But obviously we don't want to stop there. We want to continue, we want to get better. I don't want to build a capacitor just yet, because making 4 of these double layer capacitors is just going to take forever. What I do want to do though is make a batch of energy conduit. So that needs conductive iron, which is just iron and redstone. So I'm going to make up a bunch of that in the alloy smelter, and it'll be back for you when I'm ready. Back soon. Okay guys, I'm back. I've made my 6 conductive iron. I also made some more electrical steel, and the reason for that is that I want to make myself a Yeta wrench. That's the wrench that basically comes with Ender IO. A really super useful tool that will allow me to do some cool things in the very near future. It'll allow me to do some really cool things once I get a painting machine and some stuff like that. But certainly for now anyway, it's just going to allow me to do cool things. Now the next stuff that I made is conduit binder. Now I made a bunch of this up off camera because you have to smelt it. But basically you smelt binder composite, and to make it you put gravel, sand and a block of clay, and it gives you 8. Now in this particular case I need 12 because you place your conductive iron and then you place your conduit binder around the outside, and that gets you your energy conduits. I obviously don't need 16, but it's not going to hurt to have 16. The other thing that's not going to hurt to have is that wrench. So the wrench is made like that, and then a basic gear. And I've shown basic gears before, but just in case you're missing them, they're wooden tips basically on a cobblestone gear. Now this wrench allows me to do some really cool things. For starters, it allows me to pick these machines up without there being too much of a problem and without them losing any of the status of where they are. So what I'm going to do now is run some conduit kind of along this wall here and place the machines back down, and I'll be back once I've moved the chest and got everything neatened up. Back in a second. Hello everyone, I'm back. As you can see, I've moved the machines just a little bit. I haven't got a chest to put on top of there yet, because, actually, darn it, I broke the wrong part. So clearly space is not the key I want. If anyone knows what key it is you use to move all items of one kind, I would really appreciate knowing that, because I try to do it all the time and I can never work out what key it is, and it's a pain in the butt. Okay, so there we go. So now we have pulling from the top, pushing to the right hand side for the alloy smelter, sag mill doing the same thing, not pulling from this inventory, that way I can control what automatically goes from one side to the other. You can set it up so you pulverize it, it goes straight into this, it gets smelted, it goes into a chest. That's just not what I'm doing. So you can see building up a heap of power here. That's already full. That's already full as well. Got the power cabling set up to run along the back. My intention is once I get into painting and facades and things like that, to fix this up and make it look even better again. I also have a little bit that you can see I've stuck out the back there, so I can run some solar panels out the back once I have a capacitor bank set up. But that is all stuff for the future that is not now. Might cook my gold up, show that it works. Now watch the number of gold. This is something that makes this machine really handy and is quite important. See, it automatically knocks 3 off at a time. That's because each one of these slots can smelt. So that makes it really fast in terms of how smelting works, and it's pretty epically cool. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly get the stuff together that I'm going to need to make a progressive automation farm, and I'll be back in, well, it's going to seem like only a fraction of a second for you guys. See you soon. Okay, and welcome back. So all of the machines are pretty similar in how they work. Basically, they all require a chest as a sort of a storage medium. They all require a furnace as something that they can burn, and then they require a tool at the bottom. So in this case, once again, I'm going for wooden, and then I'm going to upgrade that wooden, I believe, to stone, like that. So now I have a stone planter. Now what I'm going to build is a generator. So, like that. You might wonder why I'm making two of what I need. It's because I need one for the generator and one for the actual machine to be able to use the power from the generator. So again, I'm going to make a wooden generator. I can always forget the recipe for that. So I've got a furnace and that and that and some wood. So again, these are not the world's cheapest recipes. I don't even know what this thing actually needs in order to work, but we're about to find out. So I don't know exactly where it's going to plant or what it's going to do. Ideally though, what I'm looking for is we can go quite a long way. I've actually made 6 stone upgrades. For those of you who don't remember, wooden upgrade is just wooden logs like that, and then that gets used with smooth stone around the outside to make it. So I've used quite a lot of smooth stone. I want this to be a decent sized farm. I'm thinking it's one. Oh wow. Hell. You're full of wood, aren't you? Yep. Wow. You are not holding a lot of power. Throw some in there, see how that goes. But yes, we want to... I'm thinking here, that'll give me 3 wide. It's going to be the spot. So, bucket of water. Then just going to place a block of dirt on the side so that I can place my planter up against it. One planter. Now this time I'm going to place the generator on top. Because I don't think I'm going to have the same issue of the crops actually blocking the space that I have for it. Now the only problem I see with this is it might only give me the ability to use one farm, in which case I may need to swing up some Ender IO cables and something like that. But anyway, I'm going to see how this goes, see what we end up with. So it needs a hoe. So obviously I don't have a hoe yet. That's going to cause me some issues. That's the closest crafting table, I think. Let's make 2 stone hoes just so I don't forget them. Good jumping, good jumping. So we're going to place our generator in there. Place our 2 hoes. Place our upgrades. And now what do you need? Not ready, there is no RF power. We now have power. Not ready, add seeds. Is that going to work? I'll be honest with you, it's not looking like it works with carrots. Here's a stack of seeds I prepared earlier. Let's check if this works. Okay, I think I had this issue before. Something causes it to just not work properly. I don't know why it says it's waiting. need to till the earth myself? What about now? Now? Or does it only do blocks at the same level as it? This is going to be a bit of experimentation now, but I want to see what happens if I raise this up. Still nothing. Totally don't get what's going on here. I might have to Google this and find out what I'm doing wrong. Why was I put seeds there? They go straight over. Yeah, there's something that's gone epically wrong with this situation, and I don't know what it is. So, once again, I'm going to pause the video quickly and be back in just a fraction of a few moments. Okay guys, I'm back. It turns out it needed to be not level or one above, but one actually below. So I've thrown carrots in now, and basically these first two rows, so two in every direction from the block, are now carrots, and I have personally planted wheat outside of that. I don't think all of these areas are going to end up being well watered, but what I want to do is go to my tool, grab my watering can, definitely need to find something to do with all of that stuff. Ender IO gear. What I want, watering can. So you want to grow some carrots and then watch what happens. Because it should be just saying, you know, just waiting. Yeah, so it's not using any power. It's not generating any power. Seems like it's really quite random how fast these things grow. So there you go. Harvested, replanted, and we're up to 27 carrots in there. So I think after a little while I should end up with, 64 plus carrots. It's odd the way some of them it has to break and then retill. Up to 42 carrots now. So yeah, you get the idea. That's just going to make me carrots. Everything else is going to make me wheat seeds. But yeah, those are way less important. So I pretty much think I've hit the limit of my time. That's about the 30-minute mark. So what I'm going to aim to do for the next episode is I'm going to go to the nether, I'm going to get some glowstone, I'm going to come back, make a painting machine, and then make use of the end IO painting machine. So going to need power for it, so that's going to work like that. And so you can see it's had to start producing power again because these conduits actually hold power in them. But while that's doing its thing, let's go stack of copper, stack of tin, stack of lead, stack of silver, stack of aluminium. Do a stack of each up, and we should be looking at something pretty sweet in the near future. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Off camera, I'm obviously going to mess around with the quarry a little bit. Make sure that farm is working well, and look after the tree farm and everything else. Until next time, thanks for watching. Astocky out.